is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. It's the Eagles and the Kansas Jayhawks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you here in the booth, and Holly Rowe keeping an eye on all of the storylines down on the sideline. Holly?
Coach O'Brien told me pregame, Coach said his message to the team this week is we have got to play every single game like it's a playoff game. They have done well in the conference so far, and he wants to continue that dominance, but consistency is the key. He keeps telling his team we just have to go 1-0 this week to keep that consistent approach going. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Eagles offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. And here's the guy who's going to have to make some plays at wide receiver in this one. This is the guy the entire passing game is built around. He has a big play waiting to happen.
And man, this guy is fun to watch. You do not want to take a bathroom break. Sit in your seat when this offense has the ball, because at any point in time, this receiver can make the unbelievable highlight catch, David. His catch radius is as good as there is in all of college football. He has an unbelievable ability to just reel it in. We just expect it to happen today.
It's just a knack, and it's almost like every weekend you're going through social media, like, where's the clip? Right? Like, because he just makes these clips that most humans don't make, whether it's one hand, whether it's two hand, whether he's guarded or not. Like, he just has this unbelievable knack of playmaking, and we will see it today at some point in the ballgame.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Rush right in his face. Quarterback gets enough. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
And the Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh center downs going to the air. Back open in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
The Eagles kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the red zone, it's Valentine. Could be it, and you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Eagles!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Jayhawks offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. To the air, it's Jenkins. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game. And
makes makes the catch, and he's free. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Wide receiver going in motion. Using his feet. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, and he'll have to push it downfield. Trying to make magic with his feet. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
They booted away. You couldn't dial it up much better than that as he knocks it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. This drive will start at the 6-yard line. Handoff to the lone back. Turning it on. They'll get him stopped at the 18, and this offense creates a little space with the first down.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the 2nd drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
You know, as an offense, you've got to do a better job pass protecting, and you've got to start thinking about max protection at this point of the game, because if you don't get hats on hats, your quarterback goes down on his own 2-yard line. You're lucky you didn't give up the safety.
We might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They're just hoping to get a little breathing room for the punt. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Eagles will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. Fields the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. The Kansas offense returns to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Turns upfield. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Fires to the right. It's complete. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. First play of the period, 1st down here. Complete. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Love the play call on the RPO. That time the defender bites on the run fake, and that opens up the window for the slant coming in behind it. Nice job.
The Jayhawks line it up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. sells to run, looking to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that is just what you want. You get a first-and-goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss, put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They'd really rather not have to settle for 3. It's 3rd and goal from the 6. Drops back. It's Jenkins. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Kansas! The offense cashing it in on that drive. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Eagles with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for running room. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And the Eagles have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Back's got it on the screen. Sweet cut there.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Fresh setter downs going to the air. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Fires to the tight end. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And the Eagles will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Eagles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Pulls it. The option, the keeper. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Dupree. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. A 1st and 10 for this offense. Sets his feet. It's Jenkins. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Kansas will take a timeout. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with putting so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
Can't hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. Finds his man. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. 3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Under pressure. No choice but to get rid of it, and it'll be 4th down. And the Jayhawks will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. Timeout called by the Eagles. It's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. He's got enough to move the chains and convert, but we'll see if they're content to just let this clock run here late in the half. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. Back's got it on the screen. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, down the stretch we come on what's been a thrilling college football season. Week 11 filled with storylines. Let's get things popping with Maryland taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Terrapins coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. And that's now 4 W's on the season. This one could be a confidence builder, not only in the context of this season, but also what that group of underclassmen can do down the road. Let's check in now on some of the other action today, as the landscape in this sport truly is ever-changing. Now back to your game in Lawrence. This running back is enjoying one very productive day. He's the bell cow for this team. They are not afraid to give him the ball, and he's a big reason why they're 2 quarters from a win.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. The Jayhawks will hustle to the line.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. To throw, it's Jenkins. Unloads to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. And the Jayhawks will line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Trying to make one miss. Running through contact. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. Hits inside. It's Valentine. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Turns it upfield. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense. The Eagles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for space. It's Valentine. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. The play fake. Finds his tight end. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. And the Eagles are flying down the field. Drops back on 1st down. Got his man. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Got his man in the middle. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. The Eagles, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Caught. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Breaks into the open. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Tight end now in motion. Finds his man on the RPO. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
And they'll miss the connection here on third down. The Jayhawks will punt it away on fourth down. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Here comes the heat. He sacked this defense all over him.
What a nice job getting to the quarterback, getting the big sack, making sure he didn't have time to buy some more space, and he almost grabbed him and pulled him into the end zone. He almost got 2 points and a safety.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's third and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. The quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the ground, he's got it again. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. When you play receiver for this guy, you better be ready to catch the football. He spread it all over the place through the first 3 periods. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. They'll run it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They need a huge play on third and long, making the adjustment. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Touchdown, Eagles! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. That score pushes us out to a comfortable margin, and they are oh so close to a 10-game winning streak.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Fielded in the end zone. It's Galladay. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. There he goes! Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quick completion to the right. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Churns into the pile. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off. And the Jayhawks in the hurry-up.
And I know everybody's looking at that clock as it ticks, and we're down a couple of possessions, but nice job getting the first down. But this offense has to stay in hyperspeed, right? Down 2 possessions, got to throw the football, use the sidelines, use the middle of the field, especially as you get close to that 2-minute mark.
Dropping back, it's Jenkins. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's reeled in. It's Sims. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
The Jayhawks come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. 2nd and long here. Just keep slinging it. He finds a dead spot in the middle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Do they have another 3rd down conversion in the bag? Already 2 for 2 on this drive. It's 3rd and 2. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Got to make the play on 4th. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Got the first down. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Might as well give it to him again. Hard running there. Got room at the 35. Maybe some room here. Touchdown, Eagles. He found some open space and turned on the Jets. That ought to be enough to make this lead insurmountable, and with it, they'll be a perfect 10-0.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
And he tacks on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's Galladay. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Caught. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Jayhawks headed quickly to the line. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense.
Touchdown, Jayhawks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
The Eagles offense now ready to start the drive. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking it and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
Third and long coming up. They'll run the counter. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try a long one. And he missed it. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Well, it was certainly straight enough, just not long enough. Not enough leg strength.
First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Looking downfield, it's Jenkins. Left side is Thurman. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got it. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Wants to throw one first. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Makes the catch. It's Thurman. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Looking to throw for it. Reels it in. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 of the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. Double time, hustling to the line. They spike it to stop the clock. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. From the gun. Rushes on. Took a shot as he threw.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number one for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water.
Guys, they're going to pass on taking the sure three here and try to get the touchdown, and this is a pretty big gamble. Look out! It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. This offense is stuck way back in its own end of the field. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it.